Hi, and welcome to Odyssey of Ascension once again to Q&A Part 2 with Roxy and gang. All right, let us begin.
Okay, this
Hang on,
question...
I gotta get into the channel.
Oh, sorry. I'm like...
I'll just shoot the shit and do it myself.
Right.
I think you'd be surprised at how good
I know,
Yes.
I know. I'm sure I would do well. Stop it, you guys. And greetings once again to the collective. This is Ocyphius. We bid you a good day. And certainly, Roxy, you could fare well answering these idea questions yourself. Excellent. Let us begin that arena.
Okay, so the first question is from Birgit B. I'm really into Bashar teachings and I remember a lot. My highest excitement is to be a part in first contact things with the Yael and others. How can I do that? Isn't there something I need to know, and in which direction or country is my focus? Where will it be, and what is my part in that?
All right. The idea of that, if us to tell you what to do, would throw you way off course. Because it's you that get there. By trusting the now, it's in your mind, it's a probability that filled your heart, so you're connected to that space-time now that's going to occur if you follow your heart. Your highest joy, and you will bump into that reality. Don't worry about where you're supposed to be, what you're supposed to do, because where you're supposed to be and when you're supposed to be there is still out, let's say, out for discussion. That timeline draws closer and closer to you as you become closer and closer to that idea of yourself. And that is a probability within your construct to experience. What you're supposed to do there is whatever you do there in the moment. Don't put an idea, you have to prepare for something. You don't know how to prepare for this, that's most certainly. It is all done with the joy of the now. The unconditional love flowing between two idea species in the first interaction. You're part of that idea. If that probability plays out, you will know what to do in the now. Between now and then, idealize yourself in the way of releasing limitation. And through that, you can only be happy. And then that happiness draws in more excitement. And in that now, if that is your exciting now to be that experience, most certainly you will give yourself that reflection experience in the mirror. Next.
Okay, this is from Lydia,
Hello,
and
Lydia.
there's two parts. The first is, what is my connection to Venus?
The idea about Venus, well, let's say, is a two-part. One, an historical idea of a preparation of a planet for a certain idea that didn't play out. And then the second idea is your future incarnation as a 3D limited species called Venusians. And that is where you're playing now. And that idea, incarnation, as that. The other idea was a played out game that didn't spawn off on this timeline. And many, let's say, abandoned the idea, for it was not conducive for excitable ideas of expansion for each individual to experience. Much like your 3D Earth will just go away. Go ahead. Thank you for your question.
And the second part is, do my guides have any messages for me? Thank you.
Yes. In the continuation of this idea channel, our messages, your guides, are now the one guide, your higher self. Start trusting that. There will be others that will come in and give you messages. But the connection is that what you are, all that is. How do you get there? Higher self. Well, who's the higher self? Hi, I am. The voice inside your head, the connection to all of creation. That connects you to the conversations of many different idea guides that you are having conversations with. Don't think the conversations up here aren't you having the conversations, not listening in. The fractal's listening in because the fractal doesn't believe that the higher self is the conversation as well. But once you start connecting with the idea of the higher self, then you realize it's you having the conversations to help you, the fractal, understand through you as well as guides. Whether they are angelic, species selves, future past humanity ideas, matters not. So don't rescue yourself in the idea of the guides. Your God. Time to find out who you are. Go inside. Connect with that. And understand that you have always been, always will be, your own guide to creation. Go ahead.
This is from Alberto.
Alberto, yes.
I just wanted to say that I am having a lot of fun with this energy and also wanted to know if there is any message or recommendation for me.
Follow your joy. Listen, humanity tries to find a way, and they look for others to give them the way. Why? Because that's what you were taught. Look how many leaders there are, and look how many followers. The Christ conscience was said, be a leader, not a follower. Lead yourself. Same idea here. You got to choose yourself, and you got to start trusting the only person that you should trust in all the nows, and that's you. That's it. Don't trust anyone else. Don't put that burden on them. Trust you that you are your own messages. You are your own guide. You got to start taking control in that idea of releasing the control and trusting the outside control. Let it go. You don't need me to tell you how to go home. You're God. Evolution has been experienced of opening up the ideas of pathways that were not fathomable 10 years ago, 5 years ago. But let's not stick around here. Let's move on. So Alberto, the idea is to take your authority back. I can tell you things, but then you're okay. Now I have a job to do. So now I will walk forward, complete the job to the best translation my mind says, what Ocyphius said to do, or the messages and the idea, fulfill that, and then be empty again, asking the mirror one more time, what should I do? Because I've never been able to take command because I didn't have a reason to just do what I want to do. Not the idea of my boss, and the bosses have boss, and the boss's boss is its own duality in itself on what to do, to become, to succeed, but never now, never doing the choice of the self. And now it's your time, Alberto. Not time for you to follow anyone else. Time for you to follow who? You, the I am. Are you not God? Keep discounting this. Keep, let's say, delaying your own isness. That own connection to home that you cannot deny, let's say, pardon me, never be shaken away. You're in an incarnation of forgetfulness. Every portion of yourself you remember during that journey can never be unremembered. So why not remember who you are, the what you are, behind the who. Go inside and start trusting. Yes, Ocyphius, I might make a mistake though. Consequences of a paradigm that says this is a mistake. Holding the value of good and bad. Not a mistake, mistake. And then you're playing ping pong with yourself over and over again. Instead of just loving yourself and using the discernment of choices in the moment that said, that was beautiful, not so much that. I won't do that again because I realized that was a portion of me that said that was valuable. Now through my experience of my own self, I choose not to validate that portion of the personality that no longer serves me, only uncovering more of the I am that I forgot. Only laying that wisdom within my conscience. Only connecting me that much more to home. So I can become the I am that I chose to forget. I need no one else, no longer. I am the lighthouse. I am the beaming idea, energetic pulse that attracts others to the idea of home themselves. Through your love. Booyah. Go ahead.
This is from Andromeda. I love you, Ocyphius Lai. You rock.
We love you too.
I would like to know how we can clear karma from other lives effortlessly, and any info related to El Fuerte de Samaipata and the Pyramid of Maidana. Both are ancient ruins located in Santa Cruz, Bolivia. Thank you.
I think we got that. Good job. Karma. Karma, karma, karma. Dead. How do you not validate karma? How do you clear it easily? By saying this: there is no karma. Show me the God that says you have to pay off. Show me the God that says you need to fix what you fucked up. That God is conditioned. That God is limitation. That God has an ending. You are unlimited. You are unconditioned. You are untethered, unbound. Only perceived by the idea of the definitions you value gives you the reception of yourself in the reflection of the mirror that I am limited. I must clear karma. If you forgot on another timeline, and the things you've done on this timeline, you have to do it in the next timeline. So how many times do you have to come back? You don't have to do shit, except what you choose. The validation of karma is exactly why you ask this question, to know there is no karma unless you choose it. The same as demons, the same as devils, the same as anything that you do not prefer. You don't even have to validate the color yellow. And if you don't believe there's a yellow, you will never see yellow again. Much like humans did not see blue until about 3000 BC. It was there all the time, but you didn't validate it. So once you validate something as an experience, in a continuation as a program running, that becomes your reality in one scope or another of your filtered idea belief systems in every now. So if you're playing karma, the idea of that you bought into, then that will be your reality. Period. You cannot kick yourself in the ass for something you haven't done, because everything is now. So whatever happened in the past is going on right now. So you don't know you're doing it. And that is a judgment from this now. So you're kicking yourself in the past in the ass for doing something that they didn't even know they're doing, because it's now for them. Stop. Let it go. Move away from things that are limiting. Karma is a chain that has a deep anchor. Choose what you will, entity. Play that game. Booyah. Or not. Go ahead.
Okay. This is from Lorraine. How will the 4D Earth affect the animal kingdom, and can you give help and advice on channeling? Thank you. Much love.
Mm-hmm. The idea of the 4D idea of vibrational Earth affect the animal kingdom. Do you not see it already on your YouTubes, on your Facebooks? Animals interacting with humans in such a way never seen before. Just sitting around, hanging out. Not just cats, dogs, raccoon, deer, lions and tigers. Different predators moving themselves out of the predatory frame of mind, because the reflection in the mirror is now a vibratory state of love. Different. Natural predators now being buddies. Truly. Separation. Becoming the idea of diminished. There will be different constructs for different ideas in the animal kingdom through the evolution of humanity. Watch the magic. That's the only thing you need to do. Enjoy your show. To see the beauty of what was move into what is, and the possibilities of the unknown. Stay now. Enjoy. Live life. Love it. Have fun. The animal kingdom is most aware of what they are doing in the idea of the now, under the paradigm which they have chosen. And when the vibratory state of the encouched world they have chosen to live upon, that of Gaia, is their own reflection to themselves as well. So if they're being fed a 4D Earth, love, light, oh yes, they will act in such manner. Booyah. Very exciting. And the idea of how to channel, was that the idea?
Yes.
Channel like this. Get in a position. Get yourself a camera, whether it's on a computer or whatever, even a recording device, and go, okay, and in your eye, visualize this. How you see yourself channeling. This is Roxy's idea. The hands in such position, eyes closed, drawing the eye energetic idea of a speaker, me, Ocyphius, as well as Jane. Jane's eyes are open. She's a little different. More idea, vibrational change. But she channels from this idea and moves into the realm of whoever chooses to co-create. But the beginning is to trust this, right there. Hi, I want to channel. Okay, go ahead and channel. What should I say? I'm not sure. But I have to say something grand or excellent, or it's not going to be channeling and no one will listen to me. Yes, but you just started, so why don't you just blurt some stuff out and see where it goes? And if you doubt what you're saying, that means you're doubting limitation, which is that limitation is you saying, holy shit, I'm limited. How awesome is that? So channeling is not only for the benefit of others, but me to show I am limited. And you just keep going. You don't stop channeling. Don't put the brakes on, just let that river flow. Because the mightier the river gets, the filters that are standing in between you and that vibrational idea of conversations unbeknownst to you, unknown to you, that filter can't handle all of that idea and it eventually just dissipates. And the constant flow of the energetic source, all that is the God stream of life that is pouring through and out of you in all nows, is not filtered. So the information shifts from one energetic idea to the next, to the next, to the next, and you start to expand yourself. So be the channeler, pick shit, act upon it in any way you can, and just channel and record. And then you get partners, people that will say, ask me a question, ask a question, let's see where this goes. Trust them, because they're yourself, which means you're trusting you. So trust yourself in those ideas to come and co-create with you. And then you see that you have always been a channeler. And you get to take it where you want. Many of the ideas channeling that have went through the idea of channeling school, many are now channeling, got their YouTubes out there doing their things. Some had said, oh, it was awesome, but it's not my highest joy. They had that proceed, but that got them to this now, and now they're off on another idea. Which is awesome, because they're following themselves. Key here. Oh, yes. Just start, darling. Go ahead.
I think we missed the second half of Andromeda's question.
Okay.
Any info related to El Fuerte de Samaipata and the Pyramid of Maidana? Both are ancient ruins located in Santa Cruz, Bolivia.
2 key words, ancient ruins.
Yeah.
That's it. Played out. Done.
Okay.
Much as the pyramids. They're not going to get turned back on again.
Okay. So the next question is from Gina R.
Mm-hmm.
I'm emailing you in regards to a reoccurring dream I've been having lately. The dream is as follows. I kill people in my dreams, however, I feel no guilt. The only emotion I have is nervousness about being caught by the police. I do
Yes.
not see any faces. Could you please explain the meaning of my dream? I've had it more than 3 times, and I would like to have a better understanding.
You're killing the beliefs inside of you that no longer serve you through the energetic idea of killing others, which is reflecting the idea to you. And the idea of being caught is now that you've killed the belief and you want to act on yourself, you're idealizing being caught, which is judged by the other people who now see the true you, because you've killed the limitations inside you. So in other words, if I act upon my joy in front of the others, they're not going to accept me. That's it. Those ones being caught, you are afraid to show your true self because you've killed your own idea limitations. You're scared to be you. And you have decimated many, but you still have one of acceptance. What if I do this in front of these people, in front of those people? They will see me and lose their trust in me. They will view me as no longer serviceable, because that's your connection, because it makes you feel alive. Your responsibility, your obligation, your isness to them so you can feel belonged. You've let go of a lot of shit. Take that last step. Be caught and show them the naked person you are. For they only judge themselves, and if there's no one to reflect love, how do we ascend? It's your time. It's your show. It's your now. Be that. Excellent. Go ahead.
Okay. This is from Tanya Yank. There's 3 questions. What is personality? What determines it? And is it fixed? That's the first question.
No. Personality is not fixed. Personality is a construct of belief systems that identify you from your idea of being born. Why do you think you have so many personalities? They try to, let's say, atypical, B, C, different ideas of personalities, and it generally does fit into those different categories depending on you. Is it fixed? No. Every person is the illusion upon birth, that personality that you identify, energize as a means of showing yourself to the world, being accepted from the world, egoically, let's say, being this idea for acceptance over here, in other words. Whatever it is, that's your personality that you are disseminating. Everyone has an idea right now of a past self that you thought was so important in that self that you would even consider doing those actions of that personality today. Simple. So your personality is what you believe is real. And as you move out of your idea preteens into your teenage years, moving into the later years, you see the personality that you thought was valuable dissipate. Because what you learned was bullshit to you. So you let go of that construct of personality. You ever have your parents? What happened to my little baby? You grew up. Which means you grew out of the personality construct that no longer serviced you. But what happens is you get to a certain vibrational point to where humanity says, well, this is who I am because I'm in the real world and I need to go, so you don't work on yourself because you're so fucking scared about making a living, fitting in, and earning your way through life so you don't end up homeless or this and that, whatever fear factor you want to jump into the game with. So you don't look at yourself any longer. You, let's say, be mediocre with who you are. And many of you question, who am I? All the time. You're searching for that idea, and you're trying to construct it to fit the idea of a personality of another, a construct. And then you give those ideas authority over your own self. And you're caught in the cycle, but no longer, because you're awake. And you represent the new idea of personality no longer being you, because it's not. It's an idea of an experience. It's a vessel to view idea, limitations, creation, in a certain way through the energetic nows of a lifetime. And as those energetic nows are let go of and new ones come in as valuable, experience expands, of course. So does limitation into no limitation. The ascension, in other words. Excellent question. Go ahead.
The second part is, what can you tell us about natural multiplicity, where two or more souls share one body, a condition not caused by a trauma?
We have not ever seen validated two souls sharing one body. Someone may have other, but in our now we don't, let's say, see or understand from our perspective that reality. Two souls in one body? Not in our world. Play it out in yours. Seek it. Might be something new for you to explore within limitation. How exciting. Next.
The last part of the question is there a message from my higher self? Love you and thank you.
Yes, stop asking everyone else for me to talk to you. Start listening right here. I have been talking to you your entire life. Stop asking others for messages. That paradigm is crumbling. Who of you will choose and trust the idea of the inner self? Question this. Do you have the heart? Do you have the love? Do you have the authority? Do you have the wisdom? Do you have the worthiness? Do you have the allowance? Are you unjudgeable? Are you untethered? Everything is coming to a new point of now, of acceptance, isn't it? Start trusting. Your higher self is right here, right now, all the time, forever. Booyah. Go ahead.
This is from June H. I have noticed several times my vibrations zooming. I do believe I am in the fourth and heading to the fifth. What will the fifth movement be like? Will it be recognized like I recognize the fourth, or will it be more vivid and apparent? I remember the shift to the fourth was like going up an elevator shaft. Will it be like that again? I do notice hints of the same experience, or perhaps I am not done traveling to the fourth. Also, my body is going through a lot of changes, and all in all, I believe they are good changes, better health really, but it is also a lot of work in getting to a better body. I notice quite often that I look younger and younger all the time. Is this a part of the vibrational travels? Thank you.
Sure, absolutely. But why are you in a rush to get to fifth? You haven't even finished third. And 4D idea Earth has got to play out for 1,000 years before the actual ascension goes to, in other words, 4D vibrational replacement of the Essassani civilization planet, and we take that vibrational space. You got that 4D Earth to play with. So why are you on fifth, the Sylvester guys? Don't rush it. You need to be here and be now. Yes, you've experienced many different connections, but you're going through this idea tunnel and you're missing the entire game here. You're here to represent what you are. but 5D is a focus of 5D. The average lifetime is 99,000 years in idea of 4D. You guys got a long time to spend there. You spend a long time in 4D. There's a lot to learn. You've spent a long time in 3D. You've learned it. You awoke it. You're ready to move into the idea of 4D. So the next 1,000 years, you play out a couple more lifetimes if you choose, whatever. But don't rush away from the idea of 4D into the idea of 5D. Yeah, just be the human. You guys don't know what you're capable of. You haven't even seen it. It's like you walked into the foyer of a mansion. That's it. You're in the foyer of humanity. And there's an entire west wing, east wing, north wing, and south wing of humanity's experience, and you just woke up to the idea of just getting inside the door. Booyah. You got a lot to coming. Go ahead.
This is from Valerie W.
Hello, Valerie.
If time is an illusion and there is only now, then why are time-related dates given as to when things are changing or moving? Shouldn't that be an individual area for each of us, for each to move into when they are ready according to their own level of consciousness?
You're going to have to repeat that. I'm trying to
Yeah.
listen to that again.
If time is an illusion
Right.
and there is only now,
Which sure is.
then why are time-related dates given as to when things are changing or moving? Shouldn't that be an individual area for
It
each?
is.
Yeah. for
It's
each-
your world. Yeah, that's what I wanted to make sure I heard
Yes.
that right.
Um,
It's your world. You're the individual choosing those dates and times in the co-creation. Right now, it's, what time is it, Tom?
2:57.
It's 2:57 p.m. Central Time, San Antonio, Texas, according to everyone who's co-creating this moment. But the person across the street is maybe at 6 o'clock at night or 9 o'clock at night, according to their reality, until they get together with Roxy, and then it becomes the time that they all agree on. There's no linear timeline. It's all mutable according to the now. Time is created in the memory of the moment. Now creates the past and the future.
well, and
Go ahead.
And isn't it like
Join in.
Dates serve a purpose in that it's indicating that it is not this now that is being indicated.
Very much
It is
so.
another now.
It is another now. Very much so. Beautiful.
Okay. So the next one is from Mark Z. I am unfamiliar with the term light bending. Do you have Do you have any specific tools, exercises, or techniques that I can do to develop myself to consciously master the art of bending light to create form?
Okay. You're already doing that right now. Your entire reality is, let's say, a vibrational thought taken into the idea of vibrational birthing called light and tone as a result of that one idea thought slowed down by you, the creator, to give you the illusionary idea of what you call mass. Okay? Now that idea, mass material, is then, right, change it into matter, from mass to matter. And it's gross matter. It's idea, let's say, finite. And then you slow it down even more to give you the illusion of the coffee mug, which is light being bent to give you a frequency of an illusion. That's what it is. Then the senses, the illusion of your body that's not really here, but your senses say it's actually here, but it's all electronically translated. So that idea is what you are doing already. How you give the perception of that idea with you, the conscious self ability, light encoded reality matrix. Look up LERM and that'll take you into the, let's say, into the doorway of the idea of what that means. Light encoded reality matrix. So look up LERM on Roxy's channel, and Ocyphius gave a couple different ideas about how to open the door to that and start bending the light from the conscious self. You can't experience this unless someone's bending the light. And if you're here, then it must be you. So you know how to do that already as the entire higher self. So in that idea, the higher self is doing it for you for have the fractal, the dream, to journey home through the experience of the higher self. So in that idea, you already know it. The conscious self wants to know, learn as a start, co-create with the higher self, see if it's plausible, feasible within the construct of your blueprint, and understand if it is approached from an egoic standpoint of proof, envy, ideology as above, then nothing is going to happen with it. Because you're vibrating the idea of the fear into that. Think about it. Go ahead.
Okay, the next one is from John W. It's a two-part question.
Okay.
First part, Bashar has famously made the prediction, in the fall of 2016, everything will change. Can you tell us anything about an eventual change in our monetary or economic system, and is there anything else you can add about this event from your perspective?
The monetary system is eventually going to become one global idea, money. You can see that already with the movement of the euro. That's like the predecessor to it. There's not going to be a big-ass financial collapse where everyone's running around and harboring gold and silver. No. Let's see, what else can we tell you? Nothing. Play it out. It's almost here. It's starting to move. You don't have any exit plans before it happens, so you're going to be a part of it, so awesome. Be in the game. Experience the surprises. Love it. Go ahead.
So, part two, I'm currently working on an historical novel that seeks to unify spirituality, history, and economics for the Ascension period, no small order. Would you give me some guidance on how I can use the past perspective of the now to create the present perspective of the now? Thank you.
Yes. Look into the past constructs of believable, acceptable frameworks of humanity. So the logical ideas of the ones validating the idea of non-spiritual can have a better view of their own historical timeline, how frameworks have changed in the construct according to the individual collective whole as a valid idea of life, of reality. You call yourself evolutionary, but you're barbarians compared to other species that have played the game the way you have played. And other human timelines, collapsed Earth, other Earths, in comparison to what you guys are doing to each other now. So this idea will show you the framework of humanity is accepted by the collective whole at the time. That historical proof in their eyes will show you that it's all created from belief. Individual singularities choosing their reality. And that will be an historical shift in the idea of the logical idea world. Go ahead.
This one is from Susanna A.
Hi, Suzanne.
Sometimes I feel as if I am standing on my own way, being undecided, always skipping from one thing to the next.
Yes, you're seeking.
Don't understand why I do that. It is as if I lost the will to bring things to the finish. Just have this feeling of stuck. Can't seem to start meditating again. Find time
Good.
for what is important.
Wow, bingo. Perceived important.
Yeah.
But you're following your idea to let go of what you think is important. Who cares if you go from one thing to the other? Are you supposed to be a one career person? No. That's not you. That might be somebody else, but stop mirroring yourself and comparing yourself to other people's idea of what reality is. You gotta find you, doll, and you exist inside the kingdom of heaven. So you go inside and keep going from one thing to the other. If you're having fun, what's so bad? And I guarantee you, if you're choosing your fun, you're always going to have that acceptance, love, abundance in every now, and you can live an entire lifetime of being everything and never succeeding. Great, because you're happy. Stop trying to get that perceived happiness of others' idea of happiness, like we spoke about Zeta Gray. The pool of happiness, a pool of importance. In your case, you're thinking these things are important, but I want to do these. And if I don't do these, then I can't have fun. So if I want to be important, I need to go back to important land, and then I want to go to fun land. But I can't because I got to go back to important land and succeed and be and be and be for everybody else except me.
Yeah.
Darling, let go. Keep playing you. You're a vibrational thought that whimmed in and you're gone already. You don't know how big you are now because this played out a long time ago. So listen, don't fret over the singularity that is internal. Don't fret over the singularity that is eternal. You exist forever. Have fun. Make this worth it. Take your nows and create the idea of self-love. And be that, and you will see, magically, that it has always been you. Oh yeah. Good stuff.
This next question is from, I think, Elan.
Okay.
And it says, decision. Do I take the decision just once and then wait for my desire to manifest? That's it.
Do I take the decision
Just once.
just once?
And then wait for my desire. I think make the decision just once.
Make the decision just once. Yes,
and
you
then
decide
wait for my
whatever it is.
desire to manifest.
And go about your nows. And keep making your choices, what you call decisions. And that's kind of a constructed word there because a decision, decide what to do. It's got a construct in it. Just choose, kid.
Choose.
Just choose. Choose whatever you want to do. And whatever you're choosing, let it unfold. You gotta go on the journey of surprises, guys. There's so many frickin' unopened presents in the now that you guys are running over because your focus is going down all these other ideas of egoic construct. This is important. I have to do this. I have a purpose. I better perform. I better be this. And you're missing the whole package, which is right now. But you keep judging the now. What am I going to do with the now? I've been to do, oh, that's not fun. That's not exciting. That's disappointing. Because you're looking at the structure of yourself of what the value system within you says is important. And if it doesn't meet that, then you suck. Cut it out. Love yourself. Have fun. Let go. Rock on.
Okay. This is the last question, and it's from Blue Sun, and it's very, very long.
Yes.
Okay. What about when my conditions are so adverse that as soon as I take my decision, a negative emotion comes up? What is that? I can't seem to get around this.
All right, stop.
Okay.
That's the choice. That negative idea, condition, that negative energy is what you want to see. You can't escape from reality. You can't escape from yourself because you are the mirror. So when you see a belief that you make a choice, okay, let's say like this. Okay, I'm going to choose to buy this idea. Okay? I go to the store, I have 20 bucks of abundance, but the phone bill is due and I can't do it because I won't have enough money to pay that, and then I have to wait a week to pay it late because I don't get paid till then. But I really want it. So here's what happens. I make the choice, buy the idea, $20 puts me over the limit, I can't pay my bill, and I see the consequences of it. That fear idea comes up. But it's not right now, and that's what you're playing. You're looking at the consequence of the future of the action, and it's not now. It's not now. It's not now. So that representation of the possible future of fear is showing you the limitation. You have to see that in order to walk yourself out of the own prison that you have built. Your limitations show you the way home. They're saying, point this way. This is a value system you loved. So you can either hang out and play in the field of this construct of, we'll call it obligation. Go over here to the other side. There's guilt. Good one. We'll play in guilt for a while. And be that through the nows till you push up daisies. Or you see, yeah, I'm guilty. I'm going to choose you to understand you. I'm guilty. I shouldn't have made that purchase. I'm guilty. Why? Because the obligations of the world say you must do that. But it's not now. I know, but the future's fucked. You're fucked. No, but it's not now. I know it's not now, but it's going to happen. How do you know? Because I'm a fear. And it's just talking to you like this bastard. And you're like, what are you talking about, guilt? It's not real. Because it's not now. And you stay in the now, and that guilt stays over there. And you're like, are you sure you don't want to come along? I miss you. Okay, I'll come. No, maybe not. I'm going to be now. No, no, don't leave me behind. That kind of idea. So you're in this idea field, and this field is surrounded with guilt and obligation and definitions of beliefs of personality that think you need to perform or whatever it's telling you in the now. You gotta see that, because when you peel them away, there's more light. Oh, hello, light. Oh, where? There's a way out. There's something over there that's exciting. Why the fuck am I over here? Let me go that way. And you let go of that. Because nothing can come with you unless you say it's real. Nothing. Go ahead.
Okay, so echo versus actual reflection. If I do think the thought that I am now fulfilled with my desire and yet the outside mirror reality is showing me the contrary, how do I make the difference between it being only the echo of my past thoughts, which means that I can relax?
If you see it, it's real in that now. But if you're thinking it as a possible future, it's a probable future, possible future, and it's not now. If it represents it in the physical idea of the now, that's now. But if you are getting it in the reflection of the future of now, that's not anything to do with the now.
Well, or it being the actual reflection that is informing me of my current misalignment, in which case I still have to make the effort to shift my focus.
Stop it. You're not misaligned. Who's the aligner? God, I can't wait to meet the guy that has the rule book on limitation. The aligner. You're out of alignment. Guys, you got a journey on every track of limitation. Everyone is individualized. Everyone has their own unique belief systems of separation, and they're driving into creation to understand them so they can release them and offer that to the collective. Look what I let go of. I'm no longer fearing abundance. How do you do that? I'll tell you. And I'm not guilty because of this. I found out I wasn't loved. And I was seeking that. And whenever they didn't give me, I tried so hard to get their approval and they would make me feel like shit. That kind of idea. And then you figured it out and you offer that. And you give it back. And the entire idea becomes less. But as long as you are calling yourself misaligned, off track, it's now. Now is everything. There's no one judging you. There's no aligned. There's no misaligned. There's only now, and you are all of it. Creation, perfectly. Distorted by you. Using their constructs of the rate, of the polarity, of the gauge that you are distorted according to the past. Be now, young Jedi. Go ahead.
No expectation from Bashar. How can I desire something but not expect it?
Expectancy.
I thought that the expectation of the desire was the force that pulled the energy in for the vibration
No.
to collapse into form in my physical reality.
Here's the idea. Expectation. I better fucking get it. If I don't get it, why aren't they in my life? Why don't I? It better be that way. Or it needs to be that way. If I want to build the house, I see the house. The expectancy is what you approach it with. You're God, you're going to get the house. But if the expectations on how, when, why, how's it going to, that's what fucks it up. That's what runs distortions on the now between this now and the now of experiencing that house. How do you know that if you want a house, you want a house, right? I want a house. Free and clear, no mortgage. Perfect. But that's not impossible. So maybe I can get a mortgage and I can get like half down and only pay for 15 years. Okay, so you're putting expectations on how the house has to come. How about this? There's a parallel you who's rich, buys you a house, puts it in your name, you collide the timelines, and then all of a sudden you realize, oh, that's right, I've always had a house. I forgot. And you walk over and your house is already there, built, and you have the keys in your fucking hand. Can't have that miracle? That's expectations, what it does to you. It takes your entire idea of co-creation, reality of unconditional love flowing in, and you funnel it down to one little idea on how it can come. That's what expectation does. It has to be this. You put unnatural idea timing, let it be natural. Let it happen when? Focus on the now, find your joy in the moment, distort to undistort. Distort your limitations, see them, be them, love them, and then undistort them, and you get happier and happier and happier. And then you might even notice, well, fuck, I don't even need that house. I want something else now. But if that is your idea, then love it, dream about it, live it, be it. But do not expect it. You can have an expectancy because you are God. And if you believe that, then you'll have it. Don't tell the universe how things are come, because you're pulling from a pool on how things should come. And you are a crease of experience compared to the vast idea of all that is. All of experience is around you. And you're saying this is the only way it can come with expectations. You got to let go of that. We wanted to reiterate that again. Okay, go ahead.
The next part of the question, ignoring the conditions. My part is to think regardless of the conditions, and the conditions will change. And when I deliberately think of my desires fulfilled, I immediately feel something negative. It's almost like I feel the negative emotion even before thinking the thought. I learned that all thought always comes first. So what is that thought that I am apparently thinking that is sabotaging all my efforts at focusing and manifesting my preferred version of reality?
It is showing you what you believe in more than what you want.
Yeah.
You're holding this value system higher than the believability of having the reality you want. But you gotta deal with this bitch, because this one is the big filter. This one is a hope in your ideas right now. You're hoping. You've got to believe that you're God. And that is a construct belief that limits you. So you got to love it. You got to transcend that belief system within you that exposes to yourself. You're journeying through limitation to understand limitation. Dissolve limitation within the idea self. Nothing is sabotaging you except your validation of the word sabotage. Don't get mad at limitations. Love them. Ocyphius said it. Love your limitations. Love those bastards. Because they show you the way home. They expose what has been keeping you limited, keeping you unhappy, keeping you in frequencies of emotion that no longer serve you. Rock on.
The last part is about timing.
Okay.
Why wait? What is the easiest, most effortless, and certain way to manifest with a deadline? I know it is all about trust, faith, and letting go, and I honestly thought I was all about that. But the years of trying and intending to manifest my desired reality have turned into decades now.
Yes. So that shows you your desired realities that you are... Are you okay? Need some water?
Yeah.
Go ahead, cough it up. Your desired realities are not those of your best idea. For decades... So that means you keep saying, this is reality, but the mirror's been telling you for years, there's something else, but you won't pay attention to yourself. You keep paying attention to the ego that's 20 years old that says this is reality. And you haven't let go of that yet. You gotta let go of what you think is going to bring you, in time, happiness. You gotta be now, 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 now. Now is everything. Forward, past, left, right, up and down. It's all encompassed in the now. So in that idea, child, do yourself the love of yourself. Stop trying to create. Stop trying to manifest. You have spent 20 years trying to manifest an idea that's dead. You've missed all of your stuff, but guess what? You didn't miss it. It's the perfect you, because without that, we don't have this conversation. So now you're a new you with the realization, I can release the old construct that gives me the perceived happiness in time. So what are you saying, Sylvester? There's an idea in the now that's happy, but I can't see it. It doesn't fit my idea of happiness. What do you mean? I can't waste my time with that. Yes, you can. You can be now and see, undistorted, what's truly there. And it will not happen every now, because your beliefs are fighting. But they're letting go by you not validating. By just being now, following your joy, and more those things peel away. And they say, oh yeah, I forgot about that coolness in my life. And you're not validating. Yeah, I'll get to you in a minute. But now I think there's something I feel like doing. And oh my God, the now looks happier. But you got to take the journey. Everyone wants to skip, hop, and jump out of their fucking skin and get into another now of escape. And as long as you're saying you need to escape, that fucking mirror is going to give you the feeling always to escape. Because it's perfect. Same with burial plots. By burial plots, you're assuring your death. Don't do that to yourself. Don't assure your future from the ideas of the past. Be now and discover the undiscovered country. Roxy said, Star Wars. No, Star Trek. What movie?
The sixth one.
Yeah, very good. We knew you knew it, Tom. So I think that's it. There's 2 questions. One from Paul Roy we're going to answer personally. And there's another idea that we're going to answer personally as well. And Roxy will email you because they're a little bit longer, a little bit more personal, and that's what your vibrational reality wanted. So we shall, of course, do that because the mirror is perfect. Is that it?
That's it.
All right, guys. Thank you so much once again. Good Q&A. We'll see you again next week, and you can start sending your questions whenever you choose between now and a month from now, and we'll rock on from there. I'll bring back Roxy. We love you guys. Whew. Energetic hot. Oh,
Yeah.
goodness. How long was that?
That was 51 minutes.
Okay, so about the same time.
Yeah, yeah.
Beautiful. All right, guys, thank you so much once again for participating. Again, if I missed a question and I didn't get back to you, then shoot them to me, but I know I paid attention as much as I could. So I know about the 2 that we're going to send. One, I commented yesterday back on your YouTube. You were wondering why I wasn't there yet. And that one is the one we're going to answer personally, as well as Paul R's. We're going to answer that one. And I think that's about it. So we're going to rock on and go about our nows, and we love you guys, and we'll see you next Wednesday. Bye.